Hi, I'm Josanne Wright Callender, and I'm the author of the Happy Little Garbage Truck picture book and educational program. Sorry, I had a little bit of technical issues here, and I'm hoping that the sound quality is better. I just took off my headset. But I'm Josanne Wright Callender, the author of the Happy Little Garbage Truck picture book and educational program. And we're looking at how screen time can affect our ability to have social skills, which a lot of children are using these days. A lot of screens, computers, iPads, iPhones, cell phones, and it is having an impact on the amount of face time and social time that children have with each other and with their adult helpers, their teachers, because it really does distract us. And this article, which I thought was super important, The Silent Epidemic, Eating Away at Americans' Minds from Epoch Times, was talking about four different outcomes that could impact a person with having too much cell time, too much screen time, sorry. And this comes up, as I said, and it's an amazing thing that we have about, usually the average person can spend up to 7 hours on their different screens, but we have about what 24 hours in a day. So if you take that 7 or 8 hours away from it, that's sleeping time, eating time, and interacting time. So that 7 hours can totally be carved up and used in more person to person interaction. And then we think about our children. We don't want them to be overly saturated with that type of um, use of their time. So the thing that really caught my attention in these last couple of pages were the outcomes. The third outcome that I wanted to talk about, the first two actually were, if you look at my other blog, anxiety and irritability. But ADHD, I never would have guessed that as being an outcome of having too much screen time. So the article said it's a major disorder linked with screen time misuse. So the whole thing about changing from one activity to another, the whole thing about our cell phone scrolling down and getting more information popping up. We were distracted from reading the article we were reading to look at the new one that's just popped up. All of these things are like this article said, the brain is like a muscle, and we're constantly training it, which is kind of a good thing with the neuroplasticity, but it could work against us. So Dr. Andrew Doan, an ophthalmologist specializing in public health, uh, said and also problematic gaming and excessive personal technology use. This is Phil. He said, since screen entertainment is highly distracting, less time is needed to train a person to sustain focus. So, we're being trained to have a short attention span, and you can watch commercials today. They're shorter than they used to be, and they have to make more of an impact because they know we're not going to be watching it for very long. This vlog may be too long for most people, but really, we're talking about sustaining attention in our children. And when you get into the classroom, you could see that the lack of attention causes the student to not catch the teaching that's going on, and their learning is impacted. So, and this article said it's mentally challenging to finish a homework assignment. But prolonged screen time is also associated with thinning the prefrontal cortex, which is critical for compulsion control and logical thinking and thinking. I think I was thinking ahead to executive functioning. So maybe it's my short attention span too, and thinking ahead too far. But all of this has an impact on the child's ability to capture the information that's being given to the child and then using it in other ways because they didn't really get the concept that was being taught because of the short attention span. So we have to really work on this particular area. And they said that finally, he says that this whole prefrontal cortex thinning is what makes people with ADHD have a difficult time in completing tasks that they find uninteresting. And I said, "Oh, that's me. I guess I have a little bit of that too." But we sometimes, if it's uninteresting, I put what you've heard, eat the largest frog first. They're not tasty anyway, so you tackle the biggest one first, and that seems to be helping me to tackle things that I'm not interested in doing, but still would like know the importance of finishing those tasks. So maybe we can teach our children some tricks of the trade that can ask of their minds to stick with the task a little longer, having a reward at the end of the task, and something non-edible would be great too. But just a little longer each time, and then you get the reward kind of spaced out. Okay, I'm going to talk about the fourth item the next time I talk with you, because this one it just seemed to have a lot of information that we needed to look at. So please subscribe, please share, and I'll see you next time. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.